So they'll be calling you a radical. So, ISHI, I'm going to volunteer myself so they can load me up in a cage and they can turn me around. So, this is important. Where did I learn? In the really cold winter days to lay in the hot pots. I used to play in the wigwams right here. Across the wide Missouri. Bernard DeVoto from the Shoshone. Oh, by the way, they played basketball. They played basketball for at least 18,000 years. Oh, they ran. They ran. They raced. Oh, yeah, and they even smoked. Oh, God. Hope I don't have the SARS too. We're all going to get it. So, ISHI, I'm going to volunteer myself. Now, let's start this with a little history lesson. The natives, the coastal natives in Oregon, Bill Gates' grandpappy, pass out the smallpox blankets. Let's make peace with them, have a dinner, cut down the totem poles, freaking take their boats. So if you go, hopefully I can find it and tag it. You go to the Teddy Roosevelt's house. His house was literally right next door. The Natural History Museum, which I named the Unnatural History Museum, post-Fukushima. Remember when me and Dennis Oppenheim's son, yeah, the famous artist's son, and Kevin Finnegan, we went in there and we're the new stuffed humans, remember that? And we got kicked out, but they were on the platform. I found them. You know, ISHI was stuffed. Well, not stuffed, his brand, but let's start this back. In the Badlands, Chief Joseph, remember the Bonneville was originally called the Chief Joseph, so talk about a trail of tears, the longest fucking march. So, when they slaughtered them all, got done counting down, they passed out the smallpox. Bill Eugenie, Gates, his grandpappy. By the way, UC Davis, it showed up there. Where's Lauren Monet when you need her? 180, I call her, that's her IQ. The human experimentation through the jet stream. Remember the marine biologists there, the biggest marine biology department in the world's on that bay. Remember they were killed in the car wreck last year? The biologists, the Fukushima deniers. So, they killed General Canby, the Nespers. So, the madman murdering monsters rounded up all the chiefs and they hung them. They cut their heads off and they put them in bags and they sent their heads to the Harvard lab. You know, you can't make this up. Yes, the same Harvard lab that Lieber lab took over. Yep, Charles Lieber, who's been arrested for ties to the lab in China with his tumor. You cannot make it up. Pass up the fucking new smallpox blankets. So, ISHI lived, you know, with his bow and arrow, freaking supposedly, which he comes into town one day. He's been living for years and years. So they grab him. The last coastal native. You go inside the Unnatural History Museum, the first thing you see is that giant, beautiful, incredible boat carved out of a redwood. They would float to Avila, the mother's heart in the Central Coast. They were apple farmers. Let's put a nuclear reactor there, Diablo Canyon. That's the fish, the festival. They did plays. They lived in very sophisticated houses. They're beautiful totem poles. Oh my God, their art. You want to talk Native? Oh my God, there's nothing more beautiful than coastal Native American art. Oh my God. You know, Bill Eugenie Skates cut down the fucking. Look it up. Look it up. Look up his fucking grandfather. You're really laying in the fuck about, yeah, like they did in the hot pots. They played basketball. They had races. They did plays. They made beautiful art. They even smoked. What a mixed medium piece of art that is, huh? My walk, the longest walk. Our walk. So, they gathered him up, they put him in a cage, and they toured him around Europe. You should see in Vienna, you should see the exhibit they have still in front of the museum there. They still have natives in, cages. They had stuffed natives in there. This is for real. Stuffed natives in Teddy's house in the natural history. That's a fact. That's an arguable fact. When he finally did die and they cut out his brain, it was in a jar. From my understanding, it's the Smithsonian today. So the heads for these natives, they sent the skulls back after decades. So I'm going to volunteer myself. I tried to talk Tim Salmon Martin into it. The last grassroots anti-nuclear activist, environmentalist, Mel. Well, it's me, you know, son of Cassandra. The last true organic native boy. I was born here on the landscape. Conceived on the coastal beach. Spawned in fucking Idaho. Just like the fucking salmon. Just like the salmon. Did you go down I-15? They went up to Columbia and into the California current. Then back home. To die and create redwoods and beautiful forests and feed the natives. Lewis and Clark says the only time I ever saw fat natives. They toured him around in a cage. The great genocide, the true great Pacific genocide is going on right now. Why would they stop at the ocean? $25 for a child's ear, $50 for a woman's ear, $100 for males in the 1860s, 70s. The River Massacre, they called it the battle when I was a kid. I knew better. The ones Shoshone out here used to call themselves Shoshone. We're Shoshone. Western. Duck Valley. I used to play in the wigwams in this beautiful fucking marsh. The German Monsanto Roundup fuckers have drained it and poisoned it. Sprayed Roundup all over it to where I can't even bring my grandkids out in here anymore. They play basketball. They played basketball. Natives. That's a fact, an unarguable fact. Natives play basketball. They ran. They smoked. They walked. So they put him in a cage. So I'm volunteering. I'm going to go to New York, Smithsonian, whoever. The last give a fuck about the ecology. The last radical hardcore fight back. Not Tupac, that Tupac. Don't you love how they ruined that legacy by the name, just like they did all of the fucking, you know. I'm Bannock, I fight back, huh? Okay. So, ISHI, Stillhead, that's the kid uses that handle in Northern Cal. I love that handle. He uses that as a YouTube name and his Facebook page. That's where he lived, right where this is. UC Davis has now got it. Remember when they used to do the experiments on the chimps there? Ask Lauren Monet, Livermore, ask Miku Kaku. They all Russell Trust. So I'm going to donate myself after I change my name to Duncan Hunter's Rabbit. And by the way, I'm not voting for anybody. Decided I ain't voting for Bernie. I'm voting for fucking none of these fuckheads. I won't vote for any of them. Because until one of them mentions Fukushima, I'm not voting for any of these fuckheads. None of them. Trump, Obama, I hate them. They won't fucking mention the word Fukushima, cover up rat. None of these politicians. Until one of them mentions Fukushima, I won't vote for them. I'm voting, tomorrow's vote day, I'll be voting for Duncan Hunter's Rabbit. I'm headed to the Bernie, when you watch this, I'm headed to the Bernie Sanders rally. So I'm going to donate myself. You know, they can skin me and stuff me. Put me in the museum. You know, throw me around in a fucking cage in fucking Europe. Charge people a few bucks to come fucking look at me. You know, and give them blanch. Last of the Mohicans. Last of the fucking fierce, fucking intense, fearless, logical fucking activists that fights back off the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, the meltdowns. We brought suns. Oh, the suns, the stars. Yep. The 3 neutron stars, plus their spent fuel pools that are into the Pacific Ocean. So hot that they spent hundreds of robots down. Last one, from what I understand, could handle up to 70,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It melted. These neutron suns that have never happened in the history of mankind into the ocean. There's no effect. So, that's it. I'll donate myself. I think it's the only answer I have left. You know, I got the scars all over me anyway. Where'd you learn? Don't spend these cold, because it's cold. It's fucking snowing hard today and it's cold. The Bernie rally is going to be fucking, nasty. I wonder if they'll even cancel it for the, I think a lot of stuff's going to get canceled this week. Get your gold! You don't think the natives knew the gold was there? Fuck, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't worship the golden calf. They knew it was there. They didn't give a fuck. You know, hunker down with your gold. Gold will be $200 fucking here soon. Silver will be $5. Stock market 8,800. What do you need to do? Nothing. That's what all of you, I mean, our tiny center, I get by with a little help from my friends, so, you know, they smallpox blanket me, they round up me, they poison